What's going on? It's Justeeni here, and today we've got some more Guess the ELO. This time it's going to be small lakes with Aquarion versus Empress. Let's just get right into things. So we've got just normal opening stuff. We find Empress, terrain, pretty early. Fishing pre-cap, I'm not a fan of. I feel like I'd rather go organization here to see if we have a bunch of potential farms. And just, we might have fruit here, you know, it's Empress terrain. Empress steps here first, actually, which kind of sucks for us. We get the ruin, though. Perfectly sensible. Wait, why did we buy riding? We just, yeah, we bought riding and then we didn't use it at all. I think training 2 warriors is fine, but why did we buy riding? Okay, they step off the village to deny the ruin, so they're going to be slower to capture. And then, yeah, now we get the rider. Okay, that all seems fine. That sword's going to be very nice. And then we can probably just take out this warrior. Or this one, that works too. Well, actually, no, it doesn't, because the retreat doesn't work. So yeah, this warrior was better to kill the whole time, because this second... Oh wait, no, this wasn't necessarily killing this being bad as much as they killed with the wrong unit. No, they have to kill with this though. So yeah, to my original point, kill this warrior instead. Or... No, hold on. You can move this first. Yeah, no. You can kill this warrior. I feel like I'd prefer to kill this one just to make the city more vulnerable. But yeah, it could have been better with the execution either way. Because you just lose that warrior now. Okay. Get the sword made there. Now we get organization. As we should have from the start. Because now, instead of because if we had gotten organization, then we would have definitely wanted farming pre-cap. But let's see how things go. This is a pretty good spot for the sword mate, actually. And yeah, it's very annoying that there's terrain in the way, so it's really hard to actually siege them. So I don't know about training a rider because of that. Although, I guess we can use an amphibian from here to help siege. And then, yeah, we just get the kill with the amphibian. Retreating it there, I don't really think that's a good idea. The warrior's gonna hit. They just need another unit to, just retreat it to safety. Doesn't have to be in your borders, but and then with this too, just put this one tile further back, and we don't have the issues of they can hit our units. You gotta, the whole escapability thing. Puts your units in a safe spot. Yes, this unit does ultimately survive, but it just got damaged for no reason. Now they get roads, they decide to not siege. Why do they not siege? They also don't siege the capital, which they could have done by killing this with the rider and bouncing in, which actually would have won the game on the spot, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they had a forced win. They would need to place an extra road, actually. No, they won. No. I guess... No, it's not a forced win. You can still unsiege. Unless they can place 2 more roads, then it is a forced win. And that's that. Or no. What they can do, hold on. So they can send the warrior. Hold on. Yeah, so they do place a road here, yeah. Okay. Am I crazy? Okay, so yeah, you rode here, you hit with the rider, then kill with the warrior, then bounce. The warrior is going to be exerting zone of control, so this can't reach. And then you win. Well, the Aquarion player loses, but yeah, they totally missed that. That was the thing, just using 2 roads. Again, if they can place even more roads, it's even easier. Okay, yeah, they could have placed, okay. Oh my goodness, yeah, they could have just... And they even had enough to connect, yeah, no, they just completely missed it. They didn't even need to do it with only 2 roads. They could have done it for many more roads, very inefficient. They just didn't win. They didn't feel like getting the win, I guess. I don't know. Good explorer here, I like this. We get a lighthouse. And if we can snag one of these villages that the opponent has somehow not gotten to yet, then we can get another explorer and just snag Eye of God. Now, they did have another rider and another. Oh wait, there's water here. They couldn't have sieged the capital earlier. Someone in the comment section probably already pointed this out and then watched later in the video, where I eventually pointed out. I totally forgot these were water tiles. They look so similar to the flooded tiles. Oh my goodness, so they didn't have a capital siege the whole time. And I was yelling at the opponent for no reason. I mean, if they had like a way of like, you know, it doesn't matter. Maybe there was a way, maybe there wasn't. Opponent's gonna siege. This only holds if you don't get climbing, which you do get climbing. You recognize that's the only way to unsiege. I like hitting with the warrior, just keeping it here, and then getting a kill on the amphibian. That's some nice micro there. Opponent's gonna keep pressuring. You're gonna need to make lots of units. The opponent has quite the road setup. All right, getting some more kills. Pretty neato. Strategy ruin. And then another amphibian there works. And we are just in a nice spot, especially with this just water setup perfectly defending our capital. Like, our main weakness is being attacked, except for the fact that the natural terrain just perfectly helps out. Like, it's insane. If not for that natural defense, we probably would have been screwed. But the terrain's given us a huge hand here. Because now we're just up in cities. Once we get aquaculture, it is just GG's. Another veteran rider. Very nice. We're gonna land a siege. I would land the siege with a low HP unit, not the one that just killed. Because the thing is, that's just gonna die. Like, you don't get any... You're doing the siege through the private economy, so you want to siege with your cheapest unit to get the most value out of things. And yeah, we do get aquaculture. Then we get resources. Nice. And then I would imagine... Oh wait, this gets a crab, so no, this atoll is worth it. Then we're gonna go here so we can make more units immediately, plus connecting this with all the population here is also enough for a crab. And then once we get Grand Bazaar, we probably just slap it like here or something, or maybe here where it doesn't get in the way of a windmill. So yeah, there's the unsiege. Empress does have a giant, but again, this just looks winning for Aquarion. Like, and it looks like Empress resigns anyway, so I'm not gonna watch the rest of this. Okay, I'm really not sure what their elo is. It didn't scream like high elo gameplay, but it didn't scream low elo gameplay either. Like, they defended, they made use of what they had on defense. I think there were some things you could have definitely improved, but overall I'm gonna say like a no, I don't know if I can say 1400. Maybe I can say like 1350. It was like 1350, I think. Oh, okay, that was kind of close. I'll go ahead and cut to the next match. All right, so this next one is on a tiny drylands. Simanti versus Illyrian. I actually recognize the Illyrian. I've played them a couple times. I just seen them in random queue before. So this should be interesting. This is a interesting... I think lighthouse openings are just good for Simanti. Are we gonna go explore? Hopefully, yeah. We don't go back for the lighthouse with the explorer. We'd go for that lighthouse though. And yeah, we definitely want to warrior spam. And we're, oh my goodness, we're exploring with the shaman towards the fog where you can't see anything. It just takes one polytar and you lose. This is way too risky for no reason. You can just make warriors and boost them and accomplish the same thing. And if your shaman was back here where you can like go and snag the lighthouse as well, you can get a cooked centipede, which is also pretty nice against Illyrion. And yep, sure enough, there goes our shaman, as expected. We might still be fine because funny centipede. Do we get funny centipede? We're kind of low on stars at the moment. But if we do get the lighthouse plus 3 animals, that is a centipede, so we might just still win despite just giving up our... Nope. This is gonna get bad. They're gonna make a ton of animals. We did not have to unsiege with the warrior. I suppose they did that to keep it alive because otherwise the warrior dies. But then you could have trained a hexapod. And then you have 2 hexapods constantly keeping your capital safe, which I think might be better. They get archers, which that's good. They can also get that polytar soon. They actually can just outright counter your centipede, which is kind of crazy. In fact, they're even stepping on the animal here. If they are smart and they step on these animals constantly to deny you the centipede, then you are completely screwed and losing. So let's see what happens. So they should be very attentive here of these 2 animals, and they should cover 1. They can siege and cover, and then they win. This is just forced. Illyrion wins this turn. Ideally, end of discussion. With perfect play, all you gotta do is move, no defense. Like the hexapod is not gonna do enough with the warrior in addition. Especially since, like, I don't think Illyrion has vision here though. But I'm pretty sure just this isn't enough. And you can even, I don't know, maybe if this actually does unsiege, well then you can just like send the archer in here, so then you can repeat the same thing, put the archer on the animal, something like that. But I think the siege, they do, hold on. Oh my goodness, jeez. The 4 HP hexapod still deals a lot of damage, I guess. Oh, and veteran warrior. Oh, and they misplay! And they misplay! Oh my goodness, for the loss, potentially, actually probably, there's a vet sword there. Oh my goodness, all they had to do was move it here. Be willing to take that retaliation, it doesn't matter since you win the game. But they missed it. They completely missed it. Oh, and you get a pop rune anyway. Oh my goodness. Wait, but is this still winning for them? Because here's the thing is, oh no, it's because it's a population ruin. You get a second one. So you still wanted to be standing on this because even worse comes to worse, like at least they don't get a second centipede. Oh no. Oh, and no, never mind. Get the Explorer Ruin there. That is the most disgusting Ruin luck I've seen, and you didn't even use the Park of Fortune. And they ignore the Centipede? They kill, they hit like that, allowing the Hexapod. Oh no, no. They threw so bad. Yeah, no, Samanti just wins. Veteran Warrior? No, they still have the push. The Park of Fortune, yeah, no. This is just completely winning now, yeah. You didn't need to save the Park of Fortune, like, at all, by the way. Like, oh, you can do the push, like, just, you could have just had a second Centipede to make it so they can't even siege anyway. Dang, oh my goodness. I mean, I guess technically because of Ruin's luck, it was never 100% guaranteed victory for earlier. It was just like really likely, but not guaranteed. I mean, I guess a resource Ruin would have done the same thing. I don't know, man. No, I think Pop Ruins was the only thing though, because you need 2 centipedes to actually like really be winning here. 1 isn't enough. Oh my, that would just, I mean, besides the terrible shaman movement, you played it okay, I guess? I mean, I don't know. I feel like your elo is really high because you're playing Zamantion, Tiny Drylands, and you're actually elo, I don't know, this seemed like 1300, but I'm gonna guess 1500. It's even higher than 1500, what the heck. Also, FOMO Frenzy, when did he get so much elo? I swear it used to be like 1400 when I went against him. Hope you guys enjoyed, like and sub, and have a good one.